So what's up, guys? Back again, and someone in my channel made a comment that I never reviewed this watch. I did about 3 or 4 preview videos of this watch saying I will review it. I never got around to it. I've had this watch for a couple of months now, and it's one of my favorite summertime watches. And we did a vacation and I wore this on a cruise, and I kind of have a lot to say about it. Actually, it's a really good watch. I did the Sapphire crystal update. You could see that in my previous videos. Doing that. So I don't know if I measured this yet, but I'm going to do a measurement analysis for you guys. So it's about 40 milliliters across. Online, a lot of the websites selling this says 42, but it's 40. I don't know why a lot of websites selling this watch say 42 for the diameter, but it's 40. It's with the crown, it might be a little bit more. Got to measure crown to end. It's 44 with the crown. And I've also seen that number 44 for the diameter, but it's a small watch. A Rolex Submariner, it's about 40, and this is the same as a Rolex Submariner. So it's very funny that that they say it's and the thickness is about 14, which seems to be standard with watches. I just did a review and both watches were 14 milliliters thick. I don't know if that's a thing with watches. The crystal, sapphire crystal I retrofitted onto this, has a slight curve to it, so it's a domed sapphire crystal. Very beautiful, and it's AR coated on both sides with a sort of a bluish hue to it, tint. So it's a beautiful reflectiveness that complements the blue bezel and the blue dial as well. And this has a see-through case back, and this one is made in Japan. I don't think I said that before. And specifically, I bought this watch. It's a Seiko SNK. I'm going to have to correct that in the description below. But it's a SNK. It's a J1. It ends with a J1 for the number. SNK F15, I believe. SNK F15 or SNF15 J1. So it's made in Japan and has a see-through back. So you can see a bit of the gear there. Sorry, guys. And on the dial, it says made in Japan right there by the 6 to 7 o'clock indicators. So they do make these outside of Japan, but I wanted one that was made in Japan specifically. I don't know why, but also quality. I think quality is the same, but I wanted one that said made in Japan. But it's a really beautiful watch. It has a Pepsi kind of bezel to it with the red right there. Sweeping seconds hand because it is an automatic. It is not a mechanical wind watch. It is just a standard automatic that you shake up, and it gets energy from that, from the rotor winding. It gives you the day of the week as well as the month date there, which is not perpetual. That has to be set based on what month you're in. If it's 30 days or 31 days, you do have to set that. And it's not much to say about this. This is one of my first divers. It is, I think, my first diver. And I do want a Rolex Submariner eventually. And I kind of wanted... I don't know much about divers. I don't really like this style of divers. I'm more of a chronograph, pilot's watch guy with all the detail and extra stuff on the face. A diver's watch always seems simple to me. And I'm not even sure how to use the bezel ring of divers, but in reviewing this, actually, I have to say the bezel is actually really nice. It has a nice, you probably could hear it. It has a nice click to the, and it's very firm, so there's no play in that bezel. It's very firm. And click it right back to that. So it's a very firm bezel. I really like this watch. There's not much to say about it. The crown is not a screw-down crown, even though the watch is waterproof to 100 meters. So the crown freely moves. The crown, one of my biggest disappointments, doesn't have a marking on the crown. I wish it had like sort of a Seiko 5 marking in there. There is some Seiko watches with the crown that has an engraved crown. This doesn't have an engraved crown. So it's kind of sad. But on the case design body, the case body is combo of a brushed finish there with a bit of polish on the side. So it has some intricacies to the case body in terms of design. You get that brush and then polish combo there, which I like in watch. It gives it a bit more of a dimension, a bit more pizzazz for lack of a better word. So the side here is polished, and the bezel chapter ring there is polished as well. The little reminds me of a Coke bottle cap. The old school Coca-Cola Pepsi bottle has that kind of ridge cap, ridges going around it. So that's kind of cool. Not much to say about this watch. I'm very happy with it. It keeps good time. I could stop wearing this and Friday, and then maybe come back Sunday, Monday, and it'll still be ticking away. So it does hold the power for a long time. It's 23 joules there. You see in the marking there. And I picked this one up. I think it's $130 something is what I paid for this. And to do the crystal upgrade cost me $29 for the crystal. And to get the toolkit was about $15 or $20. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was an expensive all to have this watch. And sorry guys, I forgot to do the bracelet measurement. So I think the bracelet on this is 20. 20 is the, let me recalibrate that. So 20 lug width is about 20. Is it 21? I believe lug width, I don't know. I'll have to Google that and put that in the description below. But I believe the lug width on this watch was, maybe it's just 21, 22? Because I know a Rolex Submariner lug width, their lug width is 20. And it doesn't really taper, so the clasp is about 22 there too, 21.8. So the bracelet doesn't really taper. I wish it did, but I realized it didn't taper. But there's not much I could say about this watch. It's a beautiful watch. Highly recommend you guys get it and do the Sapphire crystal upgrade. It really good summer watch, good diver's watch. If you live in Florida or one of the southern states or somewhere warm with beaches, it's a really good beach, simple beach watch. Gives simple timekeeping, and if you do dive with it, it does have the rotating bezel there to go diving with, and it goes good with anything blue that you may have. So it's a really cool watch. And that's it, guys. That's all for my review. There wasn't much to say about this, but if you guys have questions or comments, just make them down below and I'll respond. Alright guys, peace out. And I have 7-inch wrist, and just showing you guys how it looks on my wrist. It's very professional looking. And this does actually go well with business attire because it's only 40 milliliters in a diameter and it's not too thick. So you can wear this with a business shirt and suit. And it doesn't stick out.